Okay, are you ready? Then write in the chat box if you are ready for the question and answers. Exercise question number 1, answer the following questions. 1A, first one. So are you ready, students? Mention. Okay. So number 1 question, it is that the question is, what are the 3 components of a map? Okay, so the answer is very easy. You know that the 3 components. So start writing. Okay, so start writing the answer. Okay, directly, because question is present in your book, and leave some blank space in your copy for the question. Okay, after completing the answers, you will write the question in the proper place. To save the time, because not much time in this class, only 10 minutes left, I think. So that's why quickly only write the answers and leave some blank space for the questions. So the question is, what are the 3 components of a map? So answer are, the 3 components of map are distance, direction and symbol. So start writing. So the write in full that the 3 components, start writing the 3 components. Students, mute your microphone first. The 3 components, okay, I'll write in the board the main components. I'll write the first sentence. You'll write from your book. Okay, it is written already in the question that the 3 components of a map are, number 1, distance, number 2, direction, and number 3, symbol. Okay, so these are the 3 components of a map. Now next question. I think all of you have completed the question number 1. No, okay. So quickly, write down quickly, okay? Because we have only 10 minutes and a lot of questions also there. I'll finish this today. Okay. Number B, it is also very easy, that what are the 4 cardinal directions? It is also very easy. So start writing from the question also, that the 4 cardinal directions are. From the question, you can write the sentence that the 4 cardinal directions are. The 4 cardinal directions are east, west, north and south. So these are the 4 cardinal directions. Okay, I hope you have completed this one. Okay, so now question number C. So what is the question number C? That what do you mean by the term the scale of the map? Okay, so again start writing. So I'm writing this answer totally in the board, so no problem. A map can be sorry, it is a scale. Okay, the scale is a ratio. Okay, start writing. The scale is a ratio between the actual distance on the ground, actual distance on the ground, and the distance shown on the map. Okay, full stop. And after full stop, right, it represents one unit of measurement on the map. Okay, completed. So this is the answer of question number C, that what do you mean by the term the scale of the map? Okay. Okay, all of you have completed this one, that scale is a ratio between the actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map. It represents one unit of measurement on the map. Okay. Now question number 4. So I am rubbing this one, these two. Question number 4, 1D actually, 1D. And the question is, how are maps more helpful than a globe? Okay, so when I discussed this one, I have already told you some points. Again, write a map can be carried in pocket. And it can be folded to fit in a small place. Okay. After full stop, next paragraph, change the paragraph. Okay, change the paragraph and write here. So you can give an bullet in this way. It can represent a part of the represent the whole earth or a part of it on a flat surface. Full stop. Not full stop, continue another portion, surface according to a scale. According to a scale. Full stop. Next paragraph. This scale also help us determine the actual distance on the ground. Okay, full stop. You can write these 3 paragraphs in 3 as a 3 points. Okay, 1 2 3, this way you can write. Okay, and this is also correct, both are correct. Okay, and the last line you can add that therefore maps are more helpful than globes. Therefore maps are more helpful than globe. Therefore maps are more helpful than globe. Okay, it's completed. Okay, this is question number 4 or D answer. Question number 1D answer. Okay. Okay, now question number 5E, 1E, that distinguish between a map and a plan. Distinguish between a map and a plan. Okay, I am writing the first paragraph, 1E. So for this answer you have to draw 2 columns, one for map, another one for plan. Now map, point number 1, that a map is a you can write the entire definition of map. A map is a representation of or drawing of the earth's surface. Full stop. Number 1, plan, that a plan is a drawing of a small area on a large scale. Full stop. So this is point number 1. Distinguish means difference. Okay, distinguish, what is the difference? Now column 1, point number 2, that a map can show a map can shows, plural, shows a village, city, neighborhood means locality, okay, state or country, state, or country. Full stop. Number 2, plan number 2, a plan only shows a very small area. A very small area, like a hotel or a house. Full stop, comma, like a hotel or house. Full stop. Completed point number 3. Now point number 2 completed. Now point number 3. So point number 3 on map, that map cannot show length and breadth. Map can't show okay, column 1 point number 2, it is a map can shows a village, city, neighborhood, state or country. Full stop. Okay, this is map number map column number 1 point number 2. But right now I am writing the map column number 1, it is the point number 3, that map cannot show length length and breadth. Length and breadth of a room. Okay, in this case number 3, plan, same, a plan can shows, okay, plural, a map plan can shows the length, okay, not much space there, length and breadth. Can you see the last portion of plan point number 3? Okay, it's visible, yes. So a plan can shows the length and breadth, okay, of a room. So this is the difference between the a map and a plan. Okay. And another difference was there. I am rubbing here. Another difference. This is the last one. After that, I'll finish this class. Okay, I'm rubbing this point number 1. Just write in map 4. It is drawn on a small scale. And it is drawn on large scale. So this is the difference, 4 differences between map and plan. So completed, I think, question number 5. Okay, so next class I'll give you the question number 1 F and G as well as the MCQ, multiple choice of question number 2. Okay. What happened, Tanujit? Okay, so that's all students, that's all from today's class. Next day I'll discuss the rest of the portion. Okay, I'm waiting. So thank you everyone.